Let's work. Let's work. Wilder, let's go. Okay. Okay. They want to work, they got it. No big deal. Okay. What up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub was blazing the sports. We're back at it. Like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. As you can tell, I'm on my Black Panther shit today. You know, Wakanda, let's get it. Shout out to my boy Steve LA in the building. Let me blow this up, guys. Give me a second. If I can blow it up. All right. Should be away, right? What that? That ain't working. I gotta blow this chat up, guys. I have to. It's a must. Can read it. Alright. Whatever, you wanna do that? Okay, that's cool. Alright, guys, so let me do an introduction. So, took vacation, right? So I've been at home most of the day fixing things, but I want to talk about this. I believe Eddie Hearn has said that there may be an invitation for Deontay Wilder to come to the Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz fight. Now, the question is, and it's a big question, should Deontay Wilder go to the fight to help make the mega fight? That's the question, guys, and I really believe that there are going to be people on both sides of this. There's going to be people that's going to justify why, and then there's going to be people that justify why not. And of course, I will give you my overall opinion, of course. And guys, Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, who is set to fight Manny Pacquiao, who said he will retire Manny Pacquiao, but he has called out Conor McGregor. Good luck or bad luck, knowing that there is Earl Spence Jr. out there, knowing that there is Terence Crawford out there, good luck or bad luck for Keith Thurman. Chasing the bag, building his legacy. What are your thoughts? Again, guys, it's your boy T was blazing the sports. We're back at it. Like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. So, let's go to the chat. All right, guys, into the chat. My boy from Louisiana, Shreve Louisiana says, no, I don't think he should because he was banned from the last fight. I see you were not listening to your doctor, taking care of T-Dub. This is what I told my doctor. We worked this out. Instead of me doing my 2 a day, averaging around 14 videos per week, I drastically cut it down to like 3. As you know, guys, I went live once this week. I'm going live today, and I'll go live tomorrow. Another thing, I need to do my best because, in my family, I have to say this, raised by around a lot of women, they get very loud. It naturally get loud, and that's not good for my condition. So what I'm gonna try to do, and she's gonna watch these videos. My doctor has the links to my videos. I have to do my best to work on my breathing and to do what I need to get my body right. So if an operation is in order, at least I will have a lot of things prepared for it. That way it will help out the process more once it's done. All right, let's get back to the chat. Jamaica Funny Eye says, up top, fire, fire, fire. That's what I shouldn't do. Jaleel the Leader. Shout out to my boy Jaleel the Leader. He says, Wilder should go to the fight and his team should negotiate to fight Anthony Joshua in the fall. Biggest fight in boxing. Is it? Absolutely it is. But I give you my thoughts. Shout out to my girl. Hold on, Michelle, let me get you. Bam, Michelle, I just gave you some love on your name, some respect. God, I gotta stop that. Michelle, I just gave you moderator status. Shout out to my girl, Michelle. Salute to you. She says, yeah, I think he should go. Just makes the fight bigger. TSM says, AJ is a beast. Monasolo says, what up, Blazing? What up to you, man? Tony Smith, keep up the good work, bro. Michelle says, AJ's getting slept. TSM says, AJ all day. All right. So, I'm going to give you my thoughts. I agree with some of you guys, and I disagree, obviously, but let me sip. The doctor did tell me to sip often. Hold on. All right. Woosah. I do not believe it should go. I don't believe. I believe that even if he didn't go, because going to the fight is not going to help with the negotiations. It's not. The only thing that Wilder would do by going to the fight is boosting Anthony Joshua numbers for the fight. That's it. Because unless, this is the only way that I'll be like, okay, it's worth it. Unless before the Anthony Joshua fight, within the next 3 or 4 days, Deontay Wilder and Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua comes to an agreement that everything is 50-50. They both agree a fight is in place. Go. Because you know why? Now you are promoting something that's already in motion. So when you help Anthony Joshua do bigger numbers, it's for the better good. But if there is no deal in place, and Wilder is boosting Anthony Joshua numbers, confirming he's going to be there, that does not help Deontay Wilder with the negotiations. It doesn't. And I'm going to go back to this. Let me turn this music down. Another question. If Eddie Hearn thought it was a good idea for Anthony Joshua, not Anthony Joshua, but Deontay Wilder to be at Anthony Joshua fight, why wasn't it a good idea for Anthony Joshua to be at Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Brazil fight? Why wasn't that a good idea? Now, I must say this. I want to see the fight happen next. I do. If it doesn't happen and Joshua fight Dylan White, will I support it and watch it? Yes. If it doesn't happen, Deontay Wilder fights Ortiz or somebody else, would I support it? Or a rematch with Fury? Yes. But as it stands, I want to see that fight happen next. I'm sorry. I'm a boxing fan. I don't get... Listen, I understand these guys are prize fighters. They get paid for it. I get that. I get it. But as a fan, I don't get a cut. As a fan, I want to see the best fight happen next. But I'm also like, listen, if Eddie Hearn thought it was such a good idea, guys, and listen, even if you think Anthony Joshua is a beast, because I'm going to be honest, I think Anthony Joshua as a fighter, he'll fight Wilder. But he is being coached along by Eddie Hearn and turning Joshua less of a fighter and more of a promoter. When Deontay Wilder first answered to Anthony Joshua said, if you give me $50 million up front, I would take the fight tomorrow. Deontay Wilder went to Twitter, here's the $50 million. Anthony Joshua responded pretty much saying, bet. Saying, let's fight. Now, I'm just being honest. I think at that point, Joshua was like, listen, I'm a man. If I said it, I gotta do it. I'm a man. But I believe Eddie Hearn was like, listen, if they gave us this, imagine how much more we can get if we don't take this offer. Imagine if we string them along and we fight Povetkin. Imagine how much more we can get. It just didn't work out in their favor. So as a boxer, I believe deep down, Joshua regretting not taking that fight because he is a fighter. He was just wearing two hats, a fighter hat and a promoter hat. But Joshua got to hold some accountability. Here's what I mean. When Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua was in the USA. He said, I got to get my beauty sleep because I have obligations the next day. He didn't go to that fight. When Deontay Wilder fought Dominic Brazil, Anthony Joshua was in the USA. I believe he was in Miami. Maybe a 2 to 3 hour flight. He didn't go to that fight. Think about that. I'm just saying, guys, let's turn the hamster wheel just a little bit. Just a little bit. If Anthony Joshua and Eddie really wanted to make that fight, wouldn't they have shown up in any of those events? Any one of them. Any one of them. Wouldn't they have shown up? Guys, I'm sorry. Shout out to my girl. You know me, guys. If you don't know me, if you're new, heck, maybe you're just like, hey, man, I've been here before. I don't know who you are. I am T-Dub. St. Louis, doing my thoroughthism. And this is Lola. She does her thoroughthism. A lot of times she comes out when in between rounds and super chats. But what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to finish my thought and I'm going to jump right back into, I'm going to jump in the chat and read the comments. But think about this, man. And another thing, when Deontay Wilder was supposed to work one of Anthony Joshua's fights, and Deontay Wilder, his only request was, after I work this fight, ringside, I would like to be allowed to get in the ring to challenge Anthony Joshua for Undisputed. Anthony Joshua said no. He boarded. There was all kind of talks of, restraining orders, which I don't believe, but they were talking about restraining orders and extra security. So I do believe the extra security, so he couldn't get in the fight, in the ring. Anthony Joshua said himself. Now, this is my thing. Anthony Joshua said there is no need for Wilder to get in the ring or basically be here if there's not already a contract signed. So let's fast forward today. Joshua did not go to Fury. No contract signed. Joshua did not go to Brazil. No contract signed. So why in the hell should Deontay Wilder go over to DAZN and help boost their ratings when there's no contract signed? And if there's no contract signed, and if Deontay Wilder goes over there and they do a little bit better numbers, because people have the hope that, listen, it's all a hope. Remember, guys, remember this. The promoters don't care what we want. It's all about leverage. Who's going to have more leverage? Oh, he came to my platform now. We got Wilder. Think about this. Wilder would be on DAZN TV. Joshua numbers will reflect. They're going to use that. Well, Joshua versus Ruiz did this amount of numbers, so we deserve this amount. The promoters don't care about us. Did you guys not listen to that Michael Jackson song? They don't really care about us. They don't. So going to that fight, to be honest, it looks good for us, but it doesn't bring us any closer to making the fight happen. And for Deontay Wilder, for him, if he really wants 50-50, he shouldn't go. He should say, let's see what you did. I fought on Showtime, a premium network that charges, if you don't have Showtime, between $11 and $15 per month. Let's see what you do. But let me go to the chat. This your boy T-Dog was Blazing the Sports. I told you guys I would be working. All right, so again, Shreve LA says he does not agree. Again, shout out to my boy. Shout out to Kingston, Jamaica, man. My boy, Jamaica Funny Eye, tuning in day or night to his boy, What's Blazing the Sports, who keep that shit lit like a cool cigarette. All the way from Jamaica, man. Shout out. Jalik the Leader said he should do it. Michelle says he should do it. Who else says he should do it? Monticello Wilder. Okay, Monticello says Wilder should go to the fight because So 14 AJ has been the one making offers and not those 50 million offers. That don't count because they came from a rival network in the UK. My boy Zorro says, for any and everyone saying Wilder should attend the boring ass AJ fight, explain why AJ has never attended the fight. Tony Smith said that's good business since then. Listen, if the fight was made, I'm going to jump back to the chat. If the fight was made and already signed, remember guys, Anthony Joshua said that he doesn't allow people to get in his ring unless the contract is signed. Which, okay, you can say, okay, that's why he did not go to Wilder's fight, because it would have been pressure for him to go in the ring. Well, if that holds true, fair for the goose is fair for the gander too. And hey guys, you know what? Here, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people that don't know what that saying means. This is just for you guys. Fair for the goose, fair for the gander too. The goose is the female, I believe, and the gander is the male. But in this case, we're not calling neither a male or a female. Basically, it's saying that, listen, what's fair for you is fair for me. If Joshua has never, or at least recently, attended a Wilder fight to help make the fight closer, I don't believe Wilder should be obligated. Think about this. I'm just saying this, guys. I'm just saying this. There has been pressure for Wilder to sign with the Zone. There has been no pressure from Joshua to sign with Showtime. There has been pressure for at least an argument why Deontay Wilder should sign with, or at least go to the fight for Joshua versus Ruiz. There's not that pressure for Joshua to go to Wilder's fight to fight anyone. It's just not equal, So I'm all about being, equal. Obviously, listen, if we're going to play it that way, Joshua fights Ruiz, wins. Wilder already won. Come to the table. And you know what, guys? Like someone said in the chat, when Deontay Wilder offered Anthony Joshua the $50 million that he asked for, basically Wilder was calling his bluff. If I was Eddie Hearn, I would call Deontay Wilder's bluff. I would do it. I would do it. If I was Eddie Hearn, I would say, you know what? Let's turn this U.S. market against Deontay Wilder. Because you know what? Joshua, I believe that Wilder wants to milk some fights now. How about this? Let's offer him the 50-50 split. 50-50 split all the way around. And because we know we will make more money in the USA, because we're making more money versus Big Baby Millen in the USA, we will do the fight here. Everybody will be filthy rich. I'm going to die trying to spin this shit. Southside's off in this bitch. Let's try it. And then if he refuses the offer, it looks like he's running scared. And watch the American fan turn on his ass. Watch the American fans not look at him like the true champion. Let's do it. And if Eddie Hearn offers Deontay Wilder that offer, and Wilder doesn't take it, I'm telling you, Wilder will still have a lot of lawyer support, but he will lose. A lot of people will turn off on that because it's 50-50, and people don't want to see the Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather anymore. They don't want to see that 6-year wait shit. But if Deontay Wilder calls their goddamn bluff and says offer accepted, now send the contract with exactly what you offered. Guys, I got chill bumps just thinking about it. Shit went down my spine just thinking about that fight happening next. Woosa. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it... Okay, let's go to the chat. My boy Zaro says he's a big star, right? So let's Warren AJ's create his own buzz in the US debut. Okay. Michelle said, yeah, I see that. Looks like he's chasing to, but lets the fans know he wants to fight. Zaro like, fuck the fans. Fans have been shit talking Wilder for years, so now it's supposed to be important for Wilder to show up. He wants the fight. Montasolo says, how is he going to boost his sales when AJ has already sold more tickets at 3 times the higher price, or 3 times higher the price? A lot of those tickets, Montasolo, were bought by, third parties that buy the tickets up and then resell them. Because if the tickets can sell out before actual fans can buy them, then it's just companies. If the tickets sell out before they go on sale, that might be a hint that third-party company, and listen, It's not the first time it happened. They've been doing this, So I don't really want to look. I don't want to trip off ticket sales. I want to trip off actual sales. Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale. No one really wanted to see it, but because Fury pulled out, it was forced up on us. It was. It's like this. It's like being at the club. You want that pretty chick. She don't want you. So you gotta drink enough to get what you don't want. You gotta drink her pretty. You know what I'm saying? Every time you take a sip, that 400-pound BBW, shit, she only 350 now. 220. Woo-hoo. 6 more sips, she'll be down to 155, baby. Sometimes you gotta take what you gotta get. And Wilder had to take Breazeale. It was his mandatory. The WBC ordered it, and he knocked him out in great fashion. And the thing about the Dominic Breazeale fight is, Dominic Breazeale was saying something stupid. Dominic Breazeale was saying that the referee stopped the fight too soon. Well, I'm going to say this, Dominic Breazeale. Before I get back on this, if that referee would have allowed you to continue, who that was on his feet was wobbling, with one more punch, you would have been dropping it like it's hot. The first time Deontay Wilder hit you, he made both of your legs do the stinky leg. And you went down. Wilder would have caught a body for real. And then people would have been like, holy shit, speak it, believe it, receive it. You better be thinking your lucky stars. You better be thinking that bowl of Lucky Charms that you ate that morning. You did not get the same referee that Tyson Fury had. You better be thinking little baby Jesus. Little sweet little baby Jesus that never grew up. You better be thinking him. Because the way that Deontay Wilder hit you, it was like somebody teeing off at a golf course. The way that Deontay Wilder hit Dominic Breazeale, it's like what we say in the South. Dominic Breazeale, you might need that Urban Dictionary. Getting stole off of. It's like getting stole off of. Because when you always talking about, man, if he run up on me, I'm gonna go boom. You always talk about what you would do, right? And how you would drop somebody with one punch. Deontay Wilder actually did that shit. That is an in the ring stealing off someone and laying their ass out. Let's go back to the chat. Guys, do me a favor, guys. If you are in the chat, please do me a favor. Smash the like button. If you don't smash the like, you ain't smashing right. That's what C said. I'm your boy T-Dub. Listen, I'm back at it. Like a crack at it. Giving you boxing geekers this work. I allow your opinions. Pro Joshua, pro Wilder. Speak it. As long as you're not, talking, racist shit. We're good. All right, let's go back to the chat, man. Who'd I miss? Shout out to Robert. Shout out to the monster in the building. But I'm way behind. Shout out to the Tonio Holmes. Damn, I'm so far behind. Zaire, shout out to you, man. Jared B, what's cracking, man? Jared B said, where my 420 people at? All right, let's see. Michelle says, AG ain't getting 1 million views on the zone. He should get away from the zone. See, the thing is right now, the reason why I believe Wilder should wait, because if Wilder goes on the zone, and it's going to be like promoting the fight between him and Joshua to be on the zone, giving more buzz to the zone, maybe even contributing a future more subscribers to the zone, maybe, possibility. And then here's the thing. If Deontay Wilder went to the fight, Anthony Joshua already stated, guys, I'm not making this up. He already stated, you're not allowed in my ring if we do not already have a contract in place. So I'm asking you this. Why should Wilder go to that fight if Anthony Joshua already admitted that he doesn't allow people in his ring if there isn't a contract in place? That's all I'm saying. So you're telling me that Wilder should just go to the fight, sit in the row, and then look up and like, you know? But I'm just saying, man. But I like big butts. I can't deny. Breasts as well, thighs. Oh, I love thighs. I'm talking about them church's chicken thighs. Yeah. But let's get back to it. Unless Anthony Joshua changed his mind that he did not allow it. Remember, guys, and guys, listen. As a fighter, as this fight pertained, Joshua versus Wilder, I'm gonna be honest, man. That fight can go either way. I'm gonna be honest. Now, if you ask me who do I think will win, I think Joshua might win. Not Joshua, but Wilder might win, with a by knockout. But before that knockout come, Joshua could be winning on the scorecards. Joshua overall, technically is a better fighter. Good combination, goes to the body, a big puncher himself, an uppercut, sonic rings at the top of your cranium. He would knock stars like the Acme movie or the cartoons where the stars will go around your head. You'll look like a fucking planet. He would have stars going around your head, singing, "Ring around a rosy, pocket full of posy." But there is a lot of pressure on Anthony Joshua because how Deontay Wilder just went out there and plucked Dominique Brazil like a fucking daisy. You know how they do. She loves me not. She loves me, and Deontay Wilder went out there like either I knock him out, it go decision. He went out there like, catch your fucking body. One pluck. Boom. And because that knockout everyone was talking about that knockout. Nearly 1 million people seen it live, more seen it after. Joshua he has to perform now. Joshua cannot go out there and look average against Ruiz. And Ruiz is arguably better than what's his name? The juicing guy, Big Baby Juicy Miller. See, listen, guys, we don't even know how good Big Baby Miller really was. We don't know how long he's been like OJ. And that orange juice. We don't know how long he's been on that juice. Apple juice, cranberry, orange juice, peach juice. This motherfucking Big Baby Miller was taking everything in grandma's cabinet. See, Little Red Riding Hood went to visit grandma with a basket full of goodies. Big Baby Miller used to visit grandma with a basket empty, but he walk in grandma's house. He don't even say hi. He walk in the house, baby, you gonna say hi? No, grandma, I gotta use the bathroom so bad. He goes in grandma's cabinet, medicine cabinet, take all that GW, fucking HGH, puts all the all that shit in the basket. He leaves. Big Baby Miller is the big bad wolf going to grandma's house. And then once he leave, grandma got to get up. Oh, my back hurts so bad. Let me take this medicine. She opened her medicine cabinet. God damn it, that bitch Miller did it again. my steroids because my legs, right? I can't stand up without my steroids and give me a little bit of leg pressure. My bro, he even took my birth control pills. I haven't took birth control pills in 26 years. What the fuck is Big Baby Miller doing with birth control? Let's get back to it. Let's get back to the chat, guys. Again, it's your boy T Devils Blazing the Sports, guys. I'm the one man army, the one man bandit. I know you haters can't stand it. See, we started out one man, me, and then the fire. See, I call it a blaze when it wasn't even a blaze. I call it a blaze when all I had was some sticks together to rub together. And then I got a subscriber, my boy Charles Burns, supported me from the beginning. And then I got my boy our Red Sox fan, check him out, when I was about 60-some subscribers. And then Michelle, and then Monticello, Ohio's Run Boxing, and then it keeps growing. It keeps growing. And guys, we are going to keep growing. Which with you guys, we are what's blazing. So let's get back to the smoke. Guys, speaking of my boy Al, I didn't even know it. Shout out to my boy Al, Red Sox fan in the building. Man, I didn't even know you was in the building, man. Shout out. But man, I'm so far behind on these on these messages, man. But hopefully you guys been going at it. Let's see. All right, I'm probably so far behind. Damn, I'm behind. OG, what's up, man? OG said Ruiz is going to chance. He said he's got a chance against AJ for sure. He does. He has a chance. Now, do I think am I going to predict him to win? No. I'm gonna be honest. Ruiz is a good boxer, good combination, decent speed, but there's no special effects. There's no slipping in and out. He just comes forward. Now, if he can see, guys, I'm sorry, it's hard for me to pick Ruiz against AJ. Even though I think he's a good fighter, I think he got, his punching power may be still suspect. I think his speed is good. He's one of them guys that if you saw him in the street, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy just look like he's a video gamer. Like he ain't got no speed. He eat at Bonanza all day. He kill buffets, but this motherfucker is fast. He will whoop your ass. He will whoop your ass. And arguably, some people believe he beat Parker. Parker put up a good fight against Joshua. Ruiz is going to be the faster of the fighters between him and Joshua. But Ruiz got that perfect height for that odd Yukin of an uppercut. For that Street Fighter Tiger uppercut. He has the perfect height for it. Now see, Deontay Wilder doesn't have, it can happen against Deontay Wilder, but he doesn't have that perfect height for Joshua to get that Tiger uppercut off. He doesn't. But when you're a little bit short and all you got to do is just turn and send this some bitch to the North Pole of space, take this uppercut and shoot this motherfucker up to the Big Dipper and make the Big Dipper finally spill over and find out what was exactly inside of the Big Dipper. Oh shit. Ruiz got that perfect height for that. He has the perfect height. But he's active, he got speed, he can go to the body. I do believe he can frustrate Anthony Joshua. Ruiz, man, for God's sake, he has to keep his head off center. If he attacks Anthony Joshua in a straight line and think I'm just going to be fast, that's not going to be good for him. That head needs to be here. Here. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be here. He needs to approach Joshua with the old Mike Tyson head movement. And then use your speed and power. Get inside of Joshua. Stay to one side of Joshua. Use that speed. Let me get to the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I know I talk so much. I talk. I'm going to get back to the chat. Again, smash the like button, guys. Subscribe if you have not. I am giving this work, and I have not even got on Keith Thurman. But let me touch on this a little bit more. Brett, what's happening, Brett? Brett says, oh, no, is it Brett? Or is it Brett? I think it's Brett. Brett says, Wilder is scared. I don't believe so. Zaire said Wilder's a man. Monasolo says, I want this fight because Wilder has real KO power and AJ also has power and boxing ability. Yes. Wilder has natural athleticism, a fast jab, and a right hand that can get from point A to point B faster than a Ferrari can get from 0 to 60. Probably 0 to 20. Maybe 10. Michelle says, I agree 50-50. It should be. Listen. At one point, AJ, I'm just being honest, guys. AJ was he was the bigger of the two. You know, at one point, all roads did go to Joshua. But since the rebirth of Tyson Fury, Dylan White making his own stance, the fight with Wilder versus Fury, the fight with Ortiz versus Wilder, and these other fighters, the heavyweight division does not have a lot of depth to it right now. It does not, but it is expanding. You got Adam Konoski, you got Ruiz, who was fighting this weekend. You got Juicy Miller, who may come back. I don't know if you ever be the same again without the juice. But let me, I'm going to actually finally get caught up on the chat. Hold on. Where the hell was I at? Michelle says, Wilder has the best 1-2. Facts. Fact. Shout out to my girl, Michelle, in the building. Michelle, little T-Dub graduated kindergarten yesterday. I was so proud. I'm not going to lie, man. I felt emotional. I did not cry, but I felt emotional. Seeing my little son graduating kindergarten. And guys, they were showing what all the kids wanted to be, right? Like all the kindergartens. Some people wanted to be firemen. Some people wanted to be ninjas. Some of them wanted to be police officers, doctors. And then when it came to my son, it says Adonis. He says he wants to be a snake. I'm like, a snake? I'm like, oh, no. I said, please, a snake, right? So I'm thinking, man, please, son, I can't put you on that short yellow bus. So I walked up to him, right? I said, Adonis, why did you tell them you want to be a snake? And he said, because Dad, I love you so much, and I wanted to be a snake to protect you. For if any bad guy ever tried to bother you, I will bite them. So when he told me that, it made me sing. I was like, oh, like it was cute. I still don't know why he said a snake, but he wanted to protect me, and he always said that. Like he told me, because right now I stay in a condo, right? And he said, Dad, when I get bigger, you're gonna stay in this condo, and I'm gonna stay in this condo, and we're gonna knock a wall down, and we're gonna be like roommates, I say, you say that now. Wait until you hit puberty. Wait until you hit puberty. You know what? I'm never gonna get through this. Hold on. I am just gonna speed rush through these comments because I always stop. TSM says UK gang. What up, man? Okay. UK gang. Okay, I see you. Shout out to the UK. What's up, man? My boy. Shout out to my boy. Keep it real boxing. He's from the UK. But let me go back. I missed a lot, look like. All right, guys. I'm just going to pick a spot and go with it, all right? Michelle said, yeah, I think he should go just to make the fight bigger. Okay, I'm way back way too far. Monosolo says he is going to boost his sales when AJ has already sold more. Okay, I read that already too. Fuck, I'm just going to go down, guys. Fuck that shit. Chucky says, because everybody knows Anthony Joshua is the champion. Michelle says AJ ain't getting 1 million views on his own. He should get away from the zone. Jerry says, hit my boy. Organic up. He need 30 more for a huge 420 giveaway. I don't know about that, man. Montesolo says he should go to increase the interest in the fight and put pressure on AJ, but he won't go. Neither will Anthony Joshua go to Wilder's fight because both sides are playing hardball. Zaire Wilder's a man. Brett Wilder is scared. Monticello, I want the fight because Wilder has real KO power, and Anthony also has power and boxing ability. OG says yes, but Ruiz will win. Guys, I gotta go down. I'm just missing a lot. My boy PG1 is in the building, always coming in, standing 10 toes tall. I don't know how to tell you are PG1, but when you come in here, you gotta be at least 10 foot, 10 inches, man. What's going on, Blazing family? Happy Memorial Weekend. God bless our Army Force. God bless America. Thank you. OG says, I'm from America. We fuck with Wilder. Joshua is fighting tin cans. Damn, he's saying Wilder's fighting a tin can off Wizard of Oz. Michelle, is a legendary fight and it needs to happen. I agree. Monticello boxing has always had an A side and a B side. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. And so for AJ brings the biggest numbers. Zaire, when did American fighters not dominate boxing? I'll wait. Taki James, Deontay Wilder reject 20 million to fight Dominique Brazil on the zone and took 10 million to fight on Showtime just to #duck Anthony Joshua. If this fight don't happen this year or next year, I'm done with both sides. What's up, Robert, man? What up, Robert? Shout out to Robert. They're never going to fight until they 38 when nobody gives a fuck. Fuck the Mayweathers. My boy Tony Smith. Roberto deleted the monster. Wilder ain't ready to go in the trenches. He just think he's a superstar. Monticello, drink her pretty. Has me dying. Okay. Shit, man. Michelle says, smash the like button, people. Easy work. Blessings. Yes, you should go. Our Red Sox fan. Again, guys, shout out to my boy, our Red Sox fan. He does gaming on his channel. He does gaming and also he does commentary on games that he are playing, like baseball and things like that. He said, yes, Wilder should go to that Joshua vs. Ruiz bout and every other place that Joshua is to try and shame him into a bout. Power Beast, no free promotion for AJ. OG says, Joshua is fighting a bum and Ruiz will stun him and might win. Oh shit, I'm gonna butcher this. Is it Black Notorious? Cassidy the Hustle, 502. Yeah. Oh, you saying that Cassidy beat Goods. I didn't see that match, but everything I heard is saying that Goods won. But I want to see Aver versus Loaded Lux. Aver versus Loaded Lux. I don't know how it goes, but he said something along the lines. He said, hit that angel dust. How do you say? Hold on. How do you say that shit? I'm about to butcher it, guys. He says, he said, hit the, just to get my anger up, hit the angel dust, turn juggernaut, hit frames get crushed, point blank range, he's fucked, his soul flying, I'm still firing, even his guardian angels duck. I know I butchered that line, but man, that was a hard A-verb line, man. I want to see that fight, but let's get back at it. Michelle says, I don't want to see Wilder versus Ortiz again, though. You know what, Michelle? I think, see, the thing is, even with the Joshua versus Wilder fight, you gotta strike while the iron is hot. Because at a time, Ortiz versus Wilder, I said I'm gonna get through this. All right, I'm gonna answer this one thing. There was a time that Ortiz versus Wilder rematch would have did fucking great. But time has went by. And Ortiz hasn't fought a big name, to be honest, to keep him like, you know, in that reveling. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ortiz tried to fight Dylan White. But, you know, Ortiz, it don't have the same buzz, so I get it. I get it. It doesn't have the same buzz. Like right now, a lot of people want to see Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, the rematch. But I'm just being honest. Every day go by, unless something crazy happens, the urge to see that fight goes down. You have to strike while the iron is hot. Like, I'm going to be honest. Joshua should have struck when the iron was hot, when all the leverage was in his face. I mean, when it was in his way. Remember, Anthony Joshua even said, his words, that I could have done better. Maybe I could have offered more money. Joshua, you know, when he done that Breakfast Club interview, he was admitting that, you know, he could have done better. And I kind of felt him. You know, he had that, damn, I kind of fucked up feeling, you know, like, shit, you know, because when he let that moment go, he has allowed Deontay Wilder, who had a snowball, get bigger and bigger. Ever since that fight didn't happen, that Deontay Wilder snowball, it's like making a snowman. It kept getting bigger. He fought Tyson Fury, bigger. Just knocked out Dominique Breazeale and fought in probably a knockout of the year candidate. Bigger. And now he's losing leverage. See, you gotta strike when the iron's hot. Oh shit, hold on guys, we'll take this call. What up with it? You live with your boy T-Dub. What's blazing?
Hey, how's it going? I'm reading these comments. Good stuff.
Thank you, man. Who's calling?
Oh, my name's Thurman from LA, North Carolina.
Shout out to LA, man. So, what do you think about this, man? You think Wilder should go to Joshua fight? Should he not go? Or just your overall thoughts, what you called in on?
Man, listen, to begin with, I watch boxing. That's the only thing I watch. So, I've been following this for years, ever since Wilder beats Thurman for the first time to win the WBC. It's complicated. I don't know. In your honest opinion, who do you think is ducking who? Is it Wilder ducking Joshua? Is it Joshua ducking Wilder? Or is it the promoter? Tell me.
I think that the head of the snake. Remember, there's the head of the snake. That majority of the blame. I have to go with the promoter side because they look out for their fighters.
No, of course, and I understand. Most importantly, we're not here. At the end of the day, like this, now it's about business. It's not just about marketing. It's about business and money. We get that. So, it's only so long you can duck somebody. I think Joshua, honestly, with all honesty, I know Brazil. He was a tomato can. We knew it. He only fought once for the world title against Joshua. But after that fight, I think Joshua thought about it. He was like, man, I don't know if I should just wait off on that Wilder fight or call Eddie Hearn and follow it. I don't know, but that's the way.
I mean, like when I say this, but when it come down to who do I give the most blame, I think honestly, I think Eddie Hearn's side, especially in the early ons, they didn't want the smoke. They didn't want that smoke. Think about this, man. When Anthony Joshua told, when Deontay Wilder was calling Anthony Joshua said, listen, you keep calling me out, I'm going to freeze you out. I'm going to bar you from coming to my ring. You can't come to my ring. You know, and then when Wilder offered him $50 million, Joshua turned around and offered 12.5 flat and then 15. So obviously, you know,
wasn't there a $50 million offer to, was it Wilder? Wasn't it?
No. Wilder offered. Here's how it originated. Joshua said this, and shout out to my girl. I just saw her come in the chat. Shout out to Lala D in the building. Finally caught your boy T-Dub live. All right, so Anthony Joshua was doing an interview, and I can actually look the interview up. And Anthony Joshua said this. He said, "Listen, if Deontay Wilder team believe that this is $100 million fight, if you offer me $50 million up front, I would take the fight tomorrow." So for about a week, Deontay Wilder went silent. You didn't hear shit. You could have heard a mice pissing on a cotton ball, you know. And then out of nowhere, Deontay Wilder did a video, posted on social media, said, "Listen, it's already sent to your people. The $50 million is in the bag." And Deontay Wilder played. He played where Joshua said, "I would take the fight." And they offered, it wasn't just $50 million flat. It was $50 million up front, plus back in pay-per-view money. And what Joshua said, "I'm not going to sell my soul for $50 million. Now, at that point right there, that made Joshua look a little bit shaky. It made him look like Scooby-Doo walking into that haunted house. Woo, Scooby-Doo.
I honestly think he thought after that Wilder knocked out Brazil, let's be honest, he's not nowhere. He's not even an Ortiz or a Dylan White or any of those type of, elite. But I mean, he saw something that I believe that Joshua thought about it. Like, man, should I stop this fight out or not? But anyway, my second point is, why is everybody, if you're casual, not everybody in the world of boxing knows, Andy Ruiz, who I've seen the fight. I didn't see it, obviously, because it was in New Zealand, but I saw it afterwards, that when he fought Parker. But, this guy, I've been seeing for a while now. I'm not saying he's going to win, but, people shouldn't underestimate him. Only casuals don't know who he is. Only real people actually know who he actually is and watch a couple of his fights. He's a good fighter, man. He's fat, but he's fast. He's good,
Yeah, he is a good fighter. He has good speed. The only thing that worries me with him with Joshua is that he doesn't utilize a lot of head movement to get in. And by Joshua being a longer fighter, and Joshua pumps that jab, it's going to make it hard for him. And if Ruiz come in and gets inside, he has that perfect. Now, if he can get inside and keep his head off center, like basically, do not. See, some people that don't know boxing said, just get in Joshua and put your head in his chest and beat him. No, that's fucking dumb. If you fight anybody with your head in their chest, you are in perfect line of getting hit with every shot in the book. Uppercuts, hooks, everything. What he needs to do is get inside and put his head off center, to the left or to the right of Joshua, and use those fast hands and go up and down Joshua, and then a slight turn. Whatever side you're leaning, hit him with some shit, slight turn that way. Hit him with some shit, slight turn that way, and just work him and take Joshua to deep waters.
Exactly. There's no better example. I don't, it's not casual, but I always use this. Do what Maidana did to Floyd Mayweather in the first fight. People always talk, new styles, but it's not simple, but it is at the same time. If you want to outbox, you can't outbox a boxer if you're not, you know what I mean? You have to get in there and rough him up and do the Maidana thing. Maidana, go rough on him, go wild, you know? The awkward.
You know what? I would say this too. Before we get off, is that if Andy Ruiz, he needs to really work on, and that made me think about when you said Maidana. The way you beat over a taller fighter is you have to work on your what is it? What I'm thinking about? Your like an overhand right. Go over and come down. Those shots tend to catch those taller fighters. But I'm gonna give you the last word, man. Do me a favor, tell them who you are one more time. Shout out to your city and state, man, and thank you for rocking with your boy T-Dub.
Thank you, man. Take care.
Thank you. All right, guys. Again, guys, let me shout out some people. I saw them coming to the chat room. I wish I can blow this one up better. So let me do some shout outs. Shout out again to, I just saw him come in. Pig 15 came out from the building. Don Dada came out in the building. What it does. We got the ladies in the building. And we got where'd she go? We got Lola. We got Lala D, Michelle, and we got Lola. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe now, guys. I give you this work. I'm back at it. Like a crack at it. Giving you boxing geekers this work. So smash the like button. You ain't smashing like. God damn it, you ain't smashing right. And that's what she said. So, let's see, guys. Michelle says, I thought AJ was a fight by fight. You are telling the truth, Michelle. You are telling the truth. See, that's, Michelle, that's one reason why I don't believe Wilder should go over there. Because why even promote on the zone, you know, wait until the fight's over with. See how many numbers Joshua do. We saw how many numbers Wilder did. And then after that, because I'm going to say this, guys, even though Eddie Hearn, remember, Eddie Hearn has stake in the zone. So obviously, he would probably want to fight on the zone. But Anthony Joshua don't have those same stakes. Anthony Joshua, as Michelle stated, is on a fight by fight. And if you're on a fight by fight basis, this is what that means. I'm not about to lock down on you. I am about to go with the best thing smoking. When I'm on a fight by fight basis, that means I want to explore my options. When I'm on a fight by fight basis, that means I'm going to invest into me. Because when you lock into somebody, you are securing your job, you're securing what you're going to make. If you're on a fight by fight or being able to move from network to network, you're pretty much betting on yourself. And guys, something is telling me, and I could be wrong, because I have not heard Anthony Joshua say, I want Wilder to come to the zone. This fight has to happen on the zone. Because if Joshua felt like that, guys, he would have re-signed with the zone. But he hasn't. Think about this. Joshua, till this day, in Deontay Wilder's voice, has not signed a multi-fight deal with the zone. Anthony Joshua might want to explore at least having a couple fights, not on the zone. Maybe on pay-per-view. Showtime, Fox, I don't know. But I know one thing. And guys, even though my voice is raspy because of my vocal cord issues, hear me clear. Joshua knows he will make more money fighting Wilder on pay-per-view and doing bigger numbers on pay-per-view than on the zone. The zone is not doing it well. The fighters are not doing the same numbers. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie. The numbers that Canelo did before he went to the zone is nowhere clear or nowhere near. Well, the numbers he's doing on the zone now is nowhere near what he did when he wasn't on the zone. His shit went decline. His gate sales is nowhere near. Him being promoted is nowhere near. See, guys, people don't look at this, guys. Is that, listen, even though the zone is trying to grow, being a standalone company, not having big ties to networks in the USA market that you want to grow in, that's going to hurt you. No ties with CBS, no ties with Fox, no ties with ESPN, no ties with Showtime. So you telling me, hold on, so you're telling me the only exposure you're going to get is by being on the zone? Or paying a lot of money to maybe get a commercial here and there? But when Canelo wasn't on the zone, he was getting promoted a lot more. Think about this. Joshua was supposed to appear on ESPN. I believe Top Rank cut that shit short. I only wanted an inch off. Bitch, you got split ends up to your roots. They cut that shit short. Guys, smash the like button. Guys, listen. How many people can talk about nothing but boxing this long? I'm doing what I do, man. I'm doing what I do. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everyone watching. Shout out to the Blazing family. Shout out, man, to my boy Fanon. I think he's doing a video with KQKC, but he always, throw me a shout out here and there. And I just want to let him know I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Let me get back at it, because I lose train of thought real quick, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I think I need some hyper medicine shit. I can't focus. But let me get back at it. Anthony Joshua could not go on ESPN. They cut that shit short. They pumped the brakes on them bitches. As if Bob just went to Midas and got all around new brakes and rotors. They pumped that shit on Joshua quick, fast, and in a hurry. But guess what? Deontay Wilder was on ESPN, CBS, Fox, Showtime, basketball playoff games. Basically what I'm saying is that right now, I'm just saying, guys, that remember, you can't talk about Wilder without talking about Joshua, because Joshua has not re-signed, guys. And Joshua may realize that, you know what? If I fight Deontay Wilder on win or lose, because honestly, it's a damn good fight. Ride with your man. Ride with AJ. Ride with Wilder. I get it. Ride with him. It's a damn good fight. Pick AJ. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna pick Wilder by E. Finley Gauntlet. Yes. I think when Wilder faced Joshua, it's going to be a damn good fight. Joshua could be arguably winning on the scorecards before Wilder said, you know what? I got to put one more E. Finley Gauntlet in this, with one more stone, the soul stone in this E. Finley Gauntlet. I got to hit Joshua with a fucking Mortal Kombat move. Your soul is mine. Do I believe he's gonna? I believe if Wilder knocked Joshua down, I believe he'll get back up. I don't think he'll be as hurt as Brazil. I think he'll get back up. Damn it! Why'd I do that? Hold on. But hold on. Damn it! Wait. Let me get in the chat. I'm sorry. But let me finish this point up, because I keep talking. With that being said, if Joshua fought Wilder, let's say this, guys. Let's say if Joshua decides to fight Wilder next, guys, this is fantasy talk. This is us talking. These guys say, you know what? Let's do what's good for boxing. Let's do what's best for the fans and make a lot of money. Let's fight next. 50-50 split. Bam. Fight on, I'm just throwing this. Let's say this. Fox pay-per-view. Do you know how many numbers, how much exposure they will fucking get? You know how many local... See, the thing is, guys, there's a lot of local free channels that you don't need. All you need is a smart TV or an old TV with a good antenna to get, and they can market to you. I'm telling you, they can market on Fox, they can market on CBS, Showtime, ESPN. If you know that, I think they will, because Tyson Fury might want to fight the winner. I think ESPN will do it. That fight would be huge. I really believe that fight does about 2 million buys. But let's go to the chat, guys. I know I keep missing. Sorry. I'm just going to jump in there and just get in there. Pig15 says, yep, numbers don't lie. Michelle agreed with Justin. What did you say, Justin? Justin M says, pay-per-view is the way to go. Hold on, guys. Somebody's calling. Yo, you laughed your boy T-Dub. Who's calling? What's your thoughts on this topic?
What's up? This Josh calling from East Texas, man. What's up?
Man, what's cracking, Josh? Man, talk to me, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm just looking at the live chat, man. I don't think Wilder should have been the Ruiz Joshua fight. For the simple fact, I heard a couple years back, he had the Klitschko fight or whatever, when Joshua fought Klitschko, Wilder wanted to get in the ring, and Joshua really wanted to have him in the blue with it.
It wasn't Klitschko. Was it Klitschko? No, it wasn't Klitschko. Or was it Klitschko? Was it?
I think it was.
You might.
I think he went to the.
Or was it Tacom? I don't remember. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, he went to the Klitschko fight.
Yeah,
Joshua wanted him to get in the ring. And he said the only way he got to the Tacom fight is if he was able to get in the ring or something like that. And Joshua said he didn't want him in the ring, so he really wanted to go to that fight. It's free promotion for AJ, man. Like, these UK fans, no offense to them. I respect, the UK. I respect Ruiz, all the greats that came from the UK. But it's clear to me that the fight most likely is going to have to take place in U.S. soil. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact of the matter is, like, AJ's been giving us the runaround this whole time. I've been keeping tabs on it for the last 2 years. And there's just a lot of back and forth with Eddie Hearn. And, it look like Deontay really wanted to fight. I'm not going to say Joshua don't want to fight. I'm not going to say that no more. I just think it's Joshua's team causing a lot of wreckage, And I don't think Deontay Wilder should give him that free publicity for that fight. And another question is, why didn't Joshua show up to a Fury fight? Why wouldn't he show up to the last fight on U.S. soil at least to
nah, bro. Josh, you said exactly what I said. I'm not sure when you came in, but this is what I said, man. I said, listen. I said, a lot of people push Wilder to go to the Joshua fight, and I brought up, wait a minute. Didn't Wilder was supposed to attend one of Joshua's fights, and the only thing he asked for was that I wanted to go in the ring and challenge for Undisputed, and Joshua was like, no, and there was supposed to be extra security, so Wilder didn't go into the ring and all this BS. So, and then, yeah, and then
also the Klitschko fight, he wanted to get in the ring, but Joshua told him he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to give the public false hope. And I'm like, well, I mean, even if y'all not coming up with a financial plan or whatever with the fight, you should still just get in the ring to let everybody know what's going to happen and that you want it to happen. But Joshua's team was just made a lot. I don't think it's him. I don't think it's Joshua. I think Joshua won the fight. I just think his team has went all the wrong way about things, and the tables all turned. Like Thurman predicted this 2 years ago, before the Ortiz fight. He said what's going to end up happening is Joshua is going to keep avoiding Wilder, and Wilder is going to smoke him out until, the UK fans and everybody personally Joshua and Eddie Hearn. And that's the only reason why Joshua really even talking about Wilder right now. Let's face it. I mean, because before that, Wilder, several different interviews after his boxing matches saying that he wanted to fight Joshua for less money in the UK. And they were still rejecting him. You know
Right.
I mean, a lot of these cats ain't got their facts right, man. I just, I had actually in the fact, who you think was going to win. I mean, I know Wilder's going to win that fight, because as we all know, styles make fights. Joshua does his big and move his head to stay away from Wilder's right hand. And they didn't know it, so they played this game all 2018, all 2017. They didn't want to follow Ruiz Ortiz, which Renard pointed out. Black Negro also pointed it out. But they did not want to fight Ortiz because before after the prevention fight, they had a chance to kill a deal with Ortiz, but they weren't trying to be in contact with him. And when they did get in contact with him as a replacement, they didn't come financially correct. And that's the second person, the third person. Julian White also said Joshua and them didn't come with financially with a correct offer. So, I mean, it's just a history between the Joshua team and different fighters. And I just, I don't think Deontay runs up to that fight, man.
Oh, he's not going. Shirley Finger already confirmed it, man. But just hey, do me a favor, man. Let them know, man, who's calling, and put text on the map one more time for me.
Josh from Houston, Texas, man. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the call, man.
Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it, man. Listen, man, that's my boy Josh called in, guys, and pretty much been saying, listen, guys, listen, I can't catch all the chat, but guys, if you want this work, if you would disagree with me, and that's cool. I said Wilder shouldn't go. That's cool. If you said he should, let me know. I think that in order to make this fight happen, it's got to be a 50-50 split. If you feel otherwise, you can call in. The number is there. 314-884-1013. But listen, man. Should Deontay Wilder go there? No. Listen, if Joshua has not been, and here's the one thing I don't like, guys. Have you guys noticed that all the pressure has been on Deontay Wilder? Have you noticed that all the pressure? Think about this. Even you Joshua fans, I'm not asking you to verbally text it. Yes, you're right. I'm just saying, just think to yourself, because I know some people would never admit it. I'm just saying this. Have you thought about, has all the pressure been on Wilder? He's the one that had to jump through the fucking hoops. He the one that had to play hopscotch. Have you thought about that? He was the one that had to take the flat feet. He was the one that has to go to the zone. He was the one that has to attend Joshua fight. Have you guys not thought about that? Oh. The one, the only, the PG. Talk to me.
What's up, D-Dub? How you doing, brother?
Man, what's cracking? I knew it was you calling, talk to me. So what are your thoughts on it, PG? Do you think that Wilder should go over there, or do you believe that no, he shouldn't go, and why?
Well, first of all, let's handle a little bit of personal business. Let me congratulate you on your little T-Dub, man. Little congratulations on that.
Yes.
You feel like a papa that's good, and then wanted to protect big T-Dubs, that's even better. So, just to get that out of the way, from there, now let's go to the fight.
Let's get it.
I think, I love boxing, man, just like anybody else. And just even last night, I'll tell you, I watch old fights. Last night, it gave me a bug on my butt. I watched Ali watch Frazier when Frazier was, Thurman when he was 25 and Ali was 32. But anyways, that's how much I love boxing.
Okay.
But look, gotta remember, boxing is a dirty business, man. It's a dirty business. Now, even more so now than ever, because of the times that we live in. It's gonna, I think, my humble opinion, they're attempting to do a manufacture Floyd Mayweather, build it up, to get more money from everything from concessions to the advertising channels, networks. But they better be careful, man, because when you get greedy, you get caught.
Yeah. Something can happen.
I think Josh is gonna lose against Ruiz, but in boxing, heavyweight, you never know. One punch could ruin everything. Somebody might throw a right. Whoever loses, it's over.
Yeah.
So, what pisses me off is that these cats come from humble beginnings. Well, I know Josh does, he come out either from
PG,
the hood or
PG, do you,
humble beginnings.
PG,
And
do you,
they want this big
PG,
money.
PG,
Yeah.
do you believe he should go over there though? Do you believe that Wilder should go to Joshua next fight or not?
I think so, only because he has the remaining of the belt. I know that Wilder has the WBC, but you know what? They gotta remember where they came from, how they started, man. When they were getting paid $100 a fight, $1,000, and once they paid the corners and everybody else, they took home a couple $100. These guys they live out these lavish lives and they want more. It's about greed, man. That's what pisses me off about these boxers sometimes. That they're not like the old school, like De La Hoya, like Sugar Ray, You fight and the money will come no matter what, man. You got that endorsement, Under Armour, you got all these, Nike.
But you know what, PG, it's about what it's about is, man. It's about leverage. See, when you have these big promotional companies, they know the money's there. It's for the big promotional companies. It's about, okay, we know this pie here. They want the bigger portion of the pie. So a lot of times it's a back and forth. But see, me, I don't believe Wilder should go over there to the fight, because Joshua, for the last 2 Deontay Wilder fights, Joshua has been here in the USA. The first time when he fought Fury, Joshua said, I need my fucking beauty sleep. And the second time when Wilder just knocked out Dominique Brazil, I believe Joshua was in Miami. He did not go to the fight. He did not mention the fight or nothing like that. So I don't see why Joshua, who really all of a sudden wants this fight so bad, he can taste it that he didn't go to that fight. But to help promote his fight, Wilder should go to the zone and sit in the audience and watch him. That don't make no sense.
If he does, all he gotta do is sit down there. If you invite me to your pad to a barbecue grill and you ain't got no meat on the grill, why am I gonna show up? He ain't gonna talk. He should just sit there and just say I'm here.
He don't need to. Think about it. Why should he get a ticket just to sit there? It doesn't make sense, because you know why? PG, Anthony Joshua did not go to his fight. Anthony Joshua said, listen, Wilder is not allowed in my ring unless the contract is already signed. There is no contract signed. There is no contract sent. There is no offer. There is no agreement, which means if there is nothing from nothing leaves nothing, which means there is no point, no purpose for Wilder to be at that fight except to get the fans hyped for something that's not out there. If they really wanted Deontay Wilder there, that's what they should do, PG. Eddie Hearn, go get a 50-50 offer, send it to Wilder. Wilder should accept that offer. Contract is sent, and like Anthony Joshua said, you're not allowed in my ring. Remember, he said Wilder's not allowed in his ring unless a contract is signed. Well, Wilder should not go to that fight and sit in the audience with no voice just to look up there at Joshua fight unless he is allowed to go in that ring and talk his shit with a contract signed that the fight is signed and delivered. I'm yours.
I can respect that, but I'm going to disagree with you. Look, Joshua should go, and this is his dance. This is the AJ's dance, okay? If you invite me to come up to the ring, I'll speak. If you don't, I'll stay in my lane. But just to show the people,
all right,
I'm here. If the man invites me up to the ring to speak, I'll speak. If it don't, but I'm here. Next step, invite me to the ring, and let's do it. But it'll make Joshua look better if you say, I'm here. Invite me up there, we'll talk.
Hold on. How does that make Joshua look better? Because if Wilder goes there.
Because he's saying, I ain't hiding you, man. I'm right here.
No, but hold on. But wouldn't it make Joshua look better to have been at the Dominique Brazil fight to tell Wilder, I'm next? Don't that look Joshua look better?
Most definitely.
So why didn't he go, PG? PG, why didn't he go? How come he didn't go to the Dominique Brazil fight? He was in Miami, probably trying to get up on some thicky thicks. Why didn't he go to Brazil? To New York and go to that fight? Why didn't he do it?
Exactly. It'll make Joshua be the bigger man.
Hold on, hold on.
It'll make Wilder. I'm sorry. It'll make Wilder be the bigger man,
And
it'll make Joshua look bad because he didn't go to this fight. But it'll make Wilder look even better. Like, I ain't hiding. I'm here. If you don't invite me, you're scared.
All right, PG. Well, I'm gonna shout out to my boy. My boy just came into the chat. So close to 1,000. Oh no, you stay here. Stay here. So close to 1,000, you can smell it. Shout out to my boy KQ, KC Boxing. Talk that shit, keep it realer than real. Hey, shout out to you, man. But let me get back to you, PG. Listen, see, to me, this is it's like a party. If every time I throw a party and you never come to my party, every time I throw, you never come. You too good for my fucking party. You too good to come to my party versus Fury. You too good to come to my party versus Dominique Breazeale. But when you throw your weak ass party against somebody that nobody know that you're gonna even fight against in my country, and now you want me to come to your party to make your party look better? No, I won't go. Hell no, I won't go.
Look, that way, Wilder can always say, look, I keep inviting this man. So he can move on, man. Then, that'll make Joshua look a little bit more, and people show that he's there, that he don't want to fight him, man. You got to keep hitting that nail on the head. Sooner or later, you're going to drive it through that 2x4. My thing is, there's too much money involved. Somebody's going to throw a wrench in there and mess this whole thing up, man, and they're going to regret it. Hopefully,
but you know what? But going to this fight, listen. And it's like Joshua said. Going to this fight does not help the fight. The only thing this does is tease the fans, because you know what? It comes down to actually making the right offer. Because if Wilder goes to this, and look, think about this. If Wilder goes to this fight, and then Eddie Hearn don't offer him the right money, and then Wilder don't take it, oh, you're ducking Wilder. Wilder's ducking. Listen, it doesn't matter if Wilder goes to this fight or not, because it doesn't help Deontay Wilder. It puts him in another position to look like he's the one. I don't understand why all the pressure is put on Wilder to have to make the fight, and there's no pressure on Joshua to make the fight. There's no pressure on Joshua to go to Showtime. There's no pressure on Joshua to go to a Deontay Wilder fight. There's no pressure on Joshua to offer 50-50. But you know what? Everybody's talking about Wilder needs to go to the zone. Wilder needs to go to the Joshua fight. Wilder needs to take whatever the fuck they offer. I mean, think about it. It's not fair. It's not the same that's been offered for the Goose that's been offered to the Gander.
Okay, I give you that. But listen to me here. Who has the most belts?
Anthony Joshua. Let me ask you a question. Who had the most belts between Canelo and Triple G?
Canelo.
No, they didn't. Triple G had the belts. Canelo had, right. And, hold on, PG. Hold up. And Triple G and Canelo had none. Triple G had he had the belts, plural. And Canelo got the biggest piece of the pie. Now listen.
Who's the biggest draw?
At one point, Joshua was the biggest draw. But you know what? It's about striking when the iron's hot. Joshua did not take the fight when he should have took it. But you know what he did? He allowed that snowball. That Deontay Wilder snowball has gotten bigger. And you know how I know it's gotten bigger? Because Eddie Hearn, who had only offered Wilder $12.5 million flat. Which, think about this. Never in an undisputed matchup has there been a flat offer. But they offered Wilder this shit, but that's not a duck. Okay, that's not a duck. And then they offered Deontay Wilder $15 million flat. But now guess what? Eddie Hearn has admitted that Deontay Wilder has grown his stock. Now he's talking about offering Deontay Wilder 60-40 split. And that was before Deontay Wilder knocked Dominique Breazeale in the land before time. Dominique Breazeale is waking up in a different time zone. His stock is that much even bigger. It's not the same anymore Joshua missed his opportunity to be the lead dog. At this point, it's 50-50. Make the most money for everybody. And think about this. If Joshua beats him, like every Anthony Joshua fan that's watching live or may watch this, he gets the bigger part of the pie in the second fight.
Right. But do you know what would happen if Deontay, no, do you know what's going to happen once Deontay Wilder just puts Anthony Joshua to sleep? That money's going to come 10 times forward. So it's just an investment that he's making, okay? He should take it because he's already getting more than he's ever gotten before. Stop being so greedy. Go in there, kick that man's ass, get that belt, and that money's gonna come. It's gonna rain like when Lola dances.
You're right. But let me ask you a question. You said it's the most money he's ever made, and he should just take it. Let me ask you a question right now. It's about knowing your worth. If you knew that the work you put in, that it's like getting a raise at a job. Yes, you might have started out that job making $10 an hour, but you didn't put in work. You didn't make savings. Your fan base done grew. You done went from having a couple 100,000 followers to almost a couple million followers. Your values went up. So at this point, it's not about just making because it's making more than what I made before. It's about getting what I'm worth. That's what it's about. And think about this. If Wilder doesn't get what he's worth, Joshua's going to get it. So why are you going to give another man what you should be getting plus what he's getting? That's to me, that's just, you got to get what you're worth.
I'm going to tell you from personal experience. I'm going to tell you a personal story. Okay, I'm a retired mechanical engineer. I was in the oil business. Okay, I came out of school. Mexican American, came out of school, worked in the oil fields where I didn't have to. Okay, I did it only because once I got into management, my guys would never say that I was never out in the field. Okay, I got into administration. I got to travel the whole world. Okay, they never paid me what I thought I was worth. I decided and I put my head to thinking and I said, wait a minute, okay. I went in my boss's office and I kicked in the door, boom. I said, look at here. This is how much I think I'm worth. Okay, let me do this, this, and this. But you're gonna pay me this. If I don't do what I told you I was gonna accomplish, then I'm out the door. They told me, PG1, you're either that good or that stupid. I said, I'll prove it to you. I went, I proved it. I retired at the age of 50. I went, I knew what my worth was, but I had to prove it to these people, and it came. That's what Wilder should do.
So you're saying Wilder hasn't proved it? Like, well, think about this.
No, he's proved it.
Right.
But
Okay.
But sometimes you gotta show it to your opponent. So
No, you don't.
It's
No, you don't. Here, all right.
Gotta be confident.
It's like this. It's like this, PG. It's like this. Even if Deontay Wilder, biggest payday, I'm just gonna throw a number. Let's say his biggest payday is $10 million. Let's just say that, right? But because people want to see you fight this other guy, that what it would make $200 million, right? 200, because people think that you can beat this guy or this guy can beat you. Now remember, it's a $200 million pot. It's going to be the most amount of money that guy made and the most amount of money that you made. Now, are you going to take the fight just to take the fight and get the, well, they offered me $12 million and I know it's a $200 million pot. I guess I'll take the $12 million and give that guy $188 million just to prove it. And you know what? Think about this. And if I take the $12 million and I knock his ass out, and people don't even want to see a rematch like I did Dominique Brazil, then I sold myself short and I only got $12 million. There ain't going to be a rematch because I just buried his ass 8 feet deep, 2 feet just to give him room. And now he's knocked out with $188 million. I only got 12. No. If the fight is worth that much money, it doesn't matter if they offer you something more than what they already, what you didn't, bigger than what you made before. If that pie is that big because you're involved in it, you deserve your part of that pie because you are 50% of the fighters. Joshua is 50%, Wilder is 50%. Joshua needs Deontay Wilder. Why? Because Wilder gives Joshua a U.S. market, the market that he wants to get, the market that is paying Joshua his biggest payday. If Joshua would have fought Miller in the UK, it wouldn't have been his biggest payday. Because Joshua is finally testing and tasting that U.S. market, he is finally getting the biggest payday of his life. He needs Wilder because of Wilder's biggest payday. He needs Wilder because Wilder is the USA heavyweight king in his department. He needs Wilder to unify and become the undisputed. And just like you telling Deontay Wilder, just take the offer, you should tell Anthony Joshua. Joshua, if you really want to get undisputed, if you really want to make your stake in history, if you really want to prove that you're the best, and listen, Joshua, it's for all of the belts. Just give this man 50-50, beat this man, and take your claim to be the best undisputed heavyweight champion in the last 10, 11 years.
That's a good argument. What do they offer? What is the offer right now? What's the latest offer right now?
I think that Eddie Hearn said 60-40, but
okay.
Here's the thing.
Let's say, for sake of argument, we'll say 60-40. I would take that because the other 10%, which will make it 50-50, is gonna come once, and even more so when he beats them. But what's gonna happen if one of them two some bitches loses? They ain't gonna get shit. That's a for sure. A for sure 60-40. That's guaranteed. Take it, beat his ass, and that other 10% that he was looking for to make it a 50-50 is gonna come. So
how? How is it gonna come?
It's gonna be the undisputed.
But that don't mean that the money's gonna come like that. Let me think about this.
Endorsement. Endorsement.
You don't bank on endorsements. You don't bank on endorsements.
The UK people
Are going to support Deontay Wilder. The UK people are going to support if Deontay Wilder goes out there and whacks someone karate style kid Anthony Joshua. You think the UK people is just going to rally behind Deontay Wilder from defeating their king? This your king? They're not going to rally. Think about this. Floyd Mayweather, who had probably the least amount of endorsement deals. He didn't depend on that shit. Don't depend on somebody. Think about it. Don't depend on somebody else to pay you money. Make your own money. Secure your own future. Don't bank on a second fight because you know what? If Wilder, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if Deontay Wilder goes out there and lands that same right hand on Joshua in the first round and buries Joshua, nobody's going to want to see a second fight. So now Wilder just took short money, and nobody's going to want to see a second fight, and the loser got 88% of the purse. That's just not a good deal.
We're talking about a 60-40 split. What it is now.
Oh, well, no.
I would take that 40%. It's a large sum of money. You know, instead of something happening and somebody throwing a wrench into that whole deal and fucking it all up.
But you know what? Then let me ask you a question. How come Joshua just don't take the 50-50? Now here's my argument. My argument is that if Joshua takes 50-50, he's going to get the most amount of money that he's going to make fighting anyone. One thing, he is going to get undisputed, which means he has all the major belts that there is out there. And we all know this. If there's 10 pieces to a puzzle and you got 9 of them, that last piece is more valuable than any of those other pieces because it's the last one to make yours complete. And if Deontay Wilder has that last piece to make it complete, it makes it that much more valuable. And if you beat Deontay Wilder on the U.S. soil and you're a UK fighter, that grows your fan base to the fucking roof. Those are reasons that Josh will say, you know what? Let me offer it. It's not saying listen, it's not saying give Wilder 60-40. I'm not saying give Wilder an advantage. I'm not saying give me an advantage. I'm saying, you know what? Let's just respect that this is a unification bout. Let's just respect if I win, I have a UK market and a US market, and I am the king, not of the heavyweight division, but I am king of boxing.
Yeah, that's a good argument. That's a good argument. But listen, they should fight here in the USA. Joshua's here, okay? Deontay takes the 40 because that man is fighting in your territory. That's a good compromise. You know, that's a good compromise. Anthony Joshua's fighting in the USA, so therefore, Wilder should make it 40-60. It's only 10%, which is a large sum of money. But still, you're getting 40% of the pie, plus whatever the back end is on it. That's a large sum of money. To risk somebody throwing a wrench in there and messing it up, that's greed on both sides.
Well, you know what? If you don't want to greed, here's the only thing about this. When you say greed, it means you're trying to get a bigger portion of the pie. The only way you don't have greed is you split it down the middle. Is that not right?
Nah, I'm going to have to disagree with you respectfully because, you know, I'm going with Deontay Wilder. But look, that other man has, you know, the remaining of the belts. I only got one, and I know it's the WBC, and it's the one that everybody wants. But still, he does have the remainder of the belt. He's going to fight in my country. I'm going to whoop his ass. That's what Deontay should do. And these guys that say now that they fight for the legacy, that's a bunch of BS. That's just the word that comes straight out. Because if it was strictly for the legacy, they would have both sides. But like I said in the beginning of this conversation and this debate, it's a dirty business. For all we know, man, they're just yanking everybody's chain, you know. But they better hope that somebody don't lose, man. And this fight.
That's true. You know what? And that's on both of them because they are heavyweights and you can lose. I do agree with that, which is why I want the fight to happen next. I'm gonna be honest. I want it to happen next. But PG, I'm gonna say this. Thank you for calling. Thank you for sparring with me today. I appreciate it. And do me a favor. Shout them out one more time before I'm gonna jump back in the chat and read some more chat.
Hey everybody, Blazing family. I apologize for this little sparring session we were having here, but it's all good. And like I've said it before, man, D-Dub, Blazing family, this is the family channel right here. This is the people's channel. You hit that like button, because you know what he says, if you ain't smashing, and you guys know the rest.
There it is.
So this is PG1 signing out. I'll let you guys know a little bit about me as our channel going. I say ours, because that's how D-Dub makes everybody feel, man, part of his channel. So everybody support my man, and even though he's wrong, we're good. Nah, I'm just all right, D-Dub, man, I'll keep watching.
Thank you.
Man. Have a great weekend, brother.
You too. All right, guys. I'm gonna jump back in the chat real quick, man. Shout out to my boy. Listen, guys, I welcome all callers, you know. And you see how that was? It was peaceful, you know. We both talked, and I appreciate that. Even though I disagree with my boy PG1, he's my boy. I appreciate that. But let me get back to the chat, man. I know I missed a ton, let me put my charger. All right. Lala D said, "What's blazing? Enjoy that. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, man. When am I going to get either Lala D or Michelle to call in? We don't have to. Listen, you guys don't even have to talk about boxing. You can just call in and say, I think Wilder's going to win. I think Josh's going to win, and then hang up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get, you know, Jennifer A calls in sometime. That's Shreve. Not Jennifer A is Shreve LA wife. She calls in sometime, and we got another kickboxer that calls in sometime. I need to get, you know, a few more ladies to give their input. But let's get back at it. All right. Oh, hey, D-Lo 404 bucks. Man, what's up, man? Hey, thank you for coming. Salute. Main event Mark in the building. What it do? better yet, what it does. Yeah, man. Smash the like. If you ain't smashing like, goddamn it, you ain't smashing right. I really appreciate it, guys. And if you have not subscribed, please take a second to subscribe now, guys. We have finally reached over 5,000. Let's go. 10,000? Let's go. Michelle says, facts. D-Lo says, Wilder is the one of the most... Okay, let's hold up. Somebody's calling. What up? Calling your boy T-Dub. Who's calling? Let's talk about this fight.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? Who's calling? Where you calling from?
This is Don Dada, bro.
Don Dada was cracking, man. Talk to your boy. Hey, so said Don Dada, not nada. So,
Right.
what do you think about? I mean, should Wilder go over there or should he not? Or just what's your thoughts?
I think, first of all, that's a great subject. That's why I called in, because I don't think so. To me, it's almost like LeBron James going to go watch the Lakers game. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I mean, the Clippers game.
Yeah.
The Clippers, I'm sorry for
Yeah,
that.
I get you.
You know, the Clippers might be playing, but LeBron got something better to do. And my thing is, though, I think that the only way Wilder should consider the zone is if they give him a percentage. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, man, hey, I only got a limited amount of time. I'm going to try to make the most bucks. But I just wanted to get my call in, bro. So I appreciate it, man. Keep blazing.
Hey, no problem, guys. Remember, guys, this is my boy. He's in the chat right now. I see him in other chat rooms. Fanon, what I'm thinking about. What's the one at, I can't think about the 9 o'clock show. With, yeah, all of them.
Talking blazing, bro. I'm trying to be there.
Thank you, man. Hey, that's my boy Don Dollar. Thank you. All right, guys. Right now, we are waiting on Michelle Laladi to call in. And, whoever else, man. Call in. Let's get this work. Let's talk about it. Like I said, guys, this right here, you know what? It's not it's more like an opinion. This is an opinion-based topic because we using things and we're using things that we think, and yes, we're bringing up, factual, but it's an opinion. All opinions are welcome. But me personally, I agree with Don Dada. I don't believe that Wilder should go over there. It doesn't help. Think about this. The main reason Wilder shouldn't go over there is Joshua said that Wilder is not allowed in the ring if there is not a contract in place. But the crazy thing is, Anthony Joshua did not go see Tyson Fury versus Wilder. Anthony Joshua, hope you listen to PG1, did not go see Dominique Breazeale versus Deontay Wilder. But Anthony Joshua went to go see Dylan White versus Chisora. Anthony Joshua was trying to get in the ring with a microphone to talk to Dylan White after he beat Chisora. But when it comes to going to the Tyson Fury fight, he had to get his beauty sleep? What in that Z-Quill type of shit is this? No. Let's go to the phones. Yo, you're live with your boy T-Dub. Who's calling? Where you calling from? Let's talk about this fight, man.
Hey, what's up, T-Dub? It's your boy KC, baby.
Oh, that's my homie. What up, homie? Talk to me, man. Hey, do you believe that Wilder should go over there to Joshua in the zone fight to watch Joshua fight or not?
Hell no. He shouldn't go. Because he wanted to go one time, but he didn't want him in the ring. So why you want to go over there now? Why? Because Wilder's more popular than he is, and he needs Wilder now. See, Wilder needed him at first, remember? And now he needs him. So now let his ass wait, until a contract is signed. I mean, really signed. Then we'll still do fight. Then I come on in the ring. That's how it's done. That's how it's always been done. So you ain't nobody else different to change the rules.
That's what I'm talking about. KQKC, It might be a little bit delayed, but all I was doing is shaking my head. I was sitting back and getting the wall and allowing you to preach because you were absolutely right. Guys, shout out to my boy KQKC Boxing. Guys, go over and check him out. He does work. I catch him daily, man. I catch you until I got to go live, you know. But shout out to my boy. But I agree, man. Think about the KQKC. When has Joshua went to Wilder fight? When has Anthony Joshua went to a Deontay Wilder fight?
Right. He hasn't.
Mm-mm.
He hasn't.
When?
When he claimed that he needed bedtime sleep,
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there watching it, and, and of course, he was, saw the knockout. We've seen all the fights.
Mm-hmm.
He was one, and, he was just one present. That's why we don't want to fight. We're scared. But now we're back against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
He's the less popular guy with the more belts.
What do you think, KC, when Deontay Wilder, remember, Anthony Joshua said, I was hoping that Wilder would knock out Brazil in 8 or 9 rounds. But Wilder knocked him out in the first round. What do you think Joshua was thinking? Because he was watching it, because he compared himself. What do you think he was thinking, man, when he saw that?
Well, he was thinking that, it took me 8 rounds almost to knock him out. So I want to see how long he was trying to compare himself, his skills, to Deontay Wilder's skills and set, and they wanted to be the best.
You broke up just a little bit. Say that one more time. You broke up just a little bit.
Oh, okay. He knew that the media was coming. He knew that everybody was going to say, well, Wilder got rid of him in the first round. And he didn't get rid of him in the 7th or 8th round like Wilder, like Joshua did. So, who's better man?
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. You know what I think, KQ? I think when Anthony Joshua, he watched that fight probably in a private room by himself. And when he saw Deontay Wilder knocked Dominique Brazil in the land before time, he probably said, holy shit. I can't take that shit. You're like, I can't take that shit. Like, think about it. Wilder is punching with a force of a fucking Avenger.
Right.
Yeah, see, especially when he knocked out big. Wait a minute, he's 6'9", over 300 pounds? And he came in at 209? Oh, hell no. Daddy, I can't do that right now.
Hey, you know what? I bet you Joshua is like, goddamn, Fury is right. Because after the fight, even Tyson Fury was like he saw, like Jesus in heaven. He's like, the power is real. I see why Joshua didn't take that fight. He would have been nailed.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's why Fury ran when he could, He didn't want that rematch. His daddy didn't want that rematch. So, so he didn't want to put out power again. He didn't want another walking concussion. So he gave it away. So watch, he's going to take his 3 fights and watch, he's going to disappear. He don't get no rematch.
Here's my thing. It was a good fight, but the way you know Deontay Wilder punches harder than the sonic boom is the people that say Tyson Fury won. How is the winner is saying, I need a tune-up fight now? That this guy hits so hard that he making me think. I don't believe in myself a lot. When you do a tune-up fight, that means it's something in yourself you think you need to improve because that guy just put you through a whirlwind that I need a tune-up now.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Some guys, they keep their hands in their pocket. They won't let their hands go. Every time some guys get knockouts or get knocked down, and they never the same again. There's something missing, and they always down themselves. The moves they would have made, the punches they would have made before the knockout or whatever, they ain't going to second guess themselves.
Right.
That's what's going to happen, And when you start second guessing yourself, that's when you're going to get counted.
Yeah. I'm listening to you, man. Because like when you talk, man, you say a lot of things that I say and I have said, and sometimes it's good for the people here from a different voice. I welcome all callers. Like you can be a Joshua fan. I don't mind. As long as you ain't saying nothing stupid, you can do what you got to do. But KQ, do me a favor. Let them know if they are not following you now, where they can find you and what to expect on your page.
Yeah. You can find it. KQKC Boxing. Right there. All right? With the KQKC symbol. All right? I'm right there in the chat. Well, I was in the chat there. So.
All right. Thank you, my dude. I'm going to jump back on for a little bit before I sign out, but appreciate it. I think it's the first time you calling. I'm going to have to jump on your platform one day, man. You got to get me over there.
Okay, cool. No problem. Anytime.
All right. Thank you, man.
Okay.
You got it.
All right, no problem.
All right. All right, guys. It's your boy T-Dub was Blazing the Sports. You already know I'm back at like a crack at it. Giving you boxing geek is this work, guys. If you have not already, please take a second to smash the like button, guys. Smash the like. If you ain't smashing the like, then you ain't smashing right. That's what she said when I'm talking about she. I'm talking about Lola. We're here, Lola. Listen, guys. When it comes down to it, if you disagree, you can call me. We can talk about it. We can keep it civil. PG1 is my boy. PG1 is always on my channel when I'm live. He called me and he wanted to spar. And I thought he did okay. It's pretty good. He came back and forth. Obviously, we're not going to agree because we're sparring, but it was civil and he's probably still in the chat somewhere. But I don't think that Wilder should go to the Joshua fight. I just don't believe it. That's my personal reasons. And I'm going to just, I already said it before, so I'm going to run through it really quick, guys. And as I run through it, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. One, Wilder shouldn't go to the event because I'm just being honest. Joshua has never went to a Wilder event when he's in the USA. He's been over here and have not went to the event. Tyson and Dominic Brazil. He just hasn't done it. Anthony Joshua said that Deontay Wilder is not allowed to get in the ring with him without a signed contract. So if that still stands, then why should Deontay Wilder go over there on a DAZN platform and get a ticket to sit in the audience to not even be allowed to get in the ring, because based on what Anthony Joshua said, he cannot get in the ring unless they had a signed contract, unless your name is Dillian Whyte and I'm going to your fight, Dillian Whyte, and I'm going to challenge you and go to your ring. It's double. See, that's the thing about it, man. That's the thing about it. Because Joshua said Wilder could not get in the ring with him. But Joshua would try to go to a Dillian Whyte fight and get in the ring. And I get it. Okay, it's not a Joshua fight. He went to a Dillian Whyte fight, even though there was no contract in place to fight Dillian Whyte. It wasn't Anthony Joshua fighting, and Anthony Joshua was going up to the ring to challenge Dillian Whyte, which he did. How come he couldn't do the same thing with Wilder? How come he didn't go to a Fury fight? How come he didn't go to the Dominic fight? The guys, even if you're a Joshua supporter, I'm not even asking you to put it in the chat, but you have to agree that that's bullshit. If somebody never goes to your party, never supports your party, and they actually even said, if you come to my party, you can't even come to the main event, and I'm going to have extra security to make sure you can't come to the main area. Why the hell would you go there? It's just not, why would you go there? We saw the numbers that Wilder did on Showtime. Showtime is not a free channel. If you don't believe it, go to Showtime. Try to get Showbox. Showbox is going to probably run you around $11.99 or $12.99 for the app. Which, if you have the original DAZN, which I do, because I call fights, I do commentating. Guys, I do commentating. I have the zone, Showtime. I have all that shit. I do. Because I don't discriminate when I commentate. If I can keep my voice together, I want to commentate Devin Haney. I want to see what Devin Haney gonna do. He's main event. I want to see that shit. I'm gonna watch that. I'm not gonna knock him. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna call that fight live. I hope that you join me. But I'm getting off topic again. Let's get back on topic. Smash the like button as you do it. And I lost my topic. But Joshua, see, that's why I think I got some kind of ADD or some shit, man. I got something. Joshua did not go to neither one of Wilder's events. They're not pushing Joshua, who does not have a contract with the zone. It's a fight-by-fight basis, which means once this fight is up. And think about this, guys. A lot of the people that is saying that Wilder should sign with the zone. I'm only asking you to think. I know you might disagree. I'm just asking you to think. A lot of people that saying Wilder should sign with the zone. How come they don't have the same pressure for Joshua to just sign with the zone? People say that the zone is not going to do a fight-by-fight deal with Wilder, but they're doing the same deal with Joshua. How come Joshua is not being pushed to sign a 5-fight deal, 4-fight deal? He hasn't. And I'm going to tell you one thing, guys. If Joshua comes out of this fight and he has not signed a deal with the zone, Joshua, even if he does do something with the zone, he is going to explore his options. Joshua is about making money and being the bigger star. And he knows to make the most money and to be the biggest star, even though it is not fan friendly. Pay-per-view is the way to go. And listen, as a fan, you don't want to hear that shit. You want that fight to be more affordable. But guys, as fans, you gotta admit this. You gotta admit, even though the zone is more affordable, it's $10 a month. I'm sorry, they went up in their price. $20 a month. I'm gonna be honest. $20 a month is like a small pay-per-view for every month. I'm just being honest. Unless you buy it a year and it's $99. Even though, we're just gonna say this, the zone is cheaper than pay-per-view, right? Right? They're not doing better numbers. They're not. Canelo hitting you over the head with pay-per-view. I mean, Canelo was banging all his Mexican, amigos and American amigos over the head. 75. Bam, bam, bam. He was hitting us over the heads like we was playing that mode game. Like, the mode, it pops up. Boom. Boom. Now he wants to the zone. $10, $20 a month. And his numbers did not do nearly the numbers on pay-per-view. And in order, Josh Canelo is he's already established star. His brand is already big. So when he went over to the zone, they was hoping to bring that whole fan base. But obviously that whole fan base, as of now, is not so hip to signing that. They're not hip yet to signing that. If Joshua really want to grow his fan base, I'm just saying, if he really want to grow his fan base, he's not going to grow that much on the zone because a lot of people is not going to see it. Guys, I'm willing to say this, and I could be wrong. I do not believe Anthony Joshua is not going to do no 900,000 views, no 990,000 views, no 885,000 views when he fight Ruiz. I don't believe he is. I just don't believe it. And if Deontay Wilder was smart, he would not take his ass over there and even give an inch of a chance to help them out. If Deontay Wilder is doing business with Showtime, and why would he go to the zone? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The zone is struggling in this market. The reason, in my opinion, the zone is struggling in this market is because they don't have no major network ties. One. So which means they cannot even promote their fighters in a broader, bigger platforms than their own app. You better get their app to see who they're going to promote. Two, Eddie Hearn, a foreigner from the UK, is leading the charge in the USA. Guys, even you UK fans got to admit, Eddie Hearn is good for leading the charge in the UK. Exactly where the zone is not at. Why would you take a UK promoter that most people has been looking at not doing the greatest of business with Deontay Wilder? This promoter is talking about, I'm going to conquer America. I'm going to kill pay-per-view. And then this guy's going to take over that market? What they should have done, the zone should have got ties with either Top Rank, Bob, Al Heyman, PBC. To be honest, that would have been the best way to go. Because if they got ties with them guys, that would have been a smoother entrance into the USA, and they could have done a lot better in the USA. Because you know why? By you having them ties, and the best one, I'm be honest, would have been Al Heyman. Why? Because Al Heyman has ties with Showtime and PBC. Showtime is a paid network. PBC, they have free TV. CBS, he had ties with Fox. Channel 2, and where I'm at, is free. It's free. But they didn't do that. They messed up their whole evasion. They told us what they're going to do and then try to do it. That's why they're struggling. If Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder wants to grow, you can argue this. If Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua really want to grow their fan base, it shouldn't be on the zone, because at least 2/3 of the people would not see it that would see it if it's not on the zone. One reason. Because it would make both fighters the most amount of money that they can make by not fighting on the zone, putting it on pay-per-view. Two, having a fight in the USA. Obviously, we know the USA pay more. Even though boxing is a bigger sport in the UK than the USA, it's apparently that you make more money in the USA, as Joshua proved by fighting, or was going to fight, Big Baby. Give me that juice. I'm not talking about grape juice, Miller. Do the fans win by in the money wise? No, I agree. We don't win. We don't. But you know what? What do we do as fans? When we do a pay-per-view, what do we do, guys? Not everyone, but a majority. We go out to these establishments like Buffalo Wild Wings, Hooters, these bars. We pay our maybe $10 cover charge. We go to the theaters and we watch it for $10 or $20. It's a reason to have a party at your house. Everybody chip in and throw $5 or $10. And you know what? Even though it's pay-per-view, it's a reason to get together. It's a reason to debate. It's a reason to just get together. Let's have some drinks. Talk about the main event. Guys, let me jump to the chat, man. Regular Monitor in the building. What it do? Monticello in the building. Main event. Don Dada. What's up? What's cracking? Frank West in the building. What it does? He says, what about advertisement? It could be to somebody else, maybe not me. I've been out for a while. Don Dada says, share the video, like, and comment. Exactly. Don Dada said, great call, KQKC. Yep. PG1. Laughing my butt off. Petmo Bismo, hilarious. Check the YouTube video. Canelo lost to GGG. LOL. Ruiz is bringing Mexico with him and Mexican American boxing fans just saying, you know what? He is. But you know what? Canelo's a bigger star than Ruiz. And he couldn't bring the numbers that he brought without the zone. I'm going to ask you this. Since Canelo been with the zone, has his brand grown? Has the zone, I'm not talking about his pockets, I'm talking about his brand. Has his brand grown? Do more people know about Canelo now than they did before he signed with the zone? See? This is why I keep defying. This is why I blaze. When some people just puff and smoke, there's a blaze behind this fight. Ask someone for a link. Who wants some work? Who wants that work? PG1 says, my humble opinion, Joshua versus Ruiz is going to make big numbers. My prediction because of the Mexican American fan base and Mexico boxing fans. Hey, but remember, Canelo just fought Jacobs for a unification matchup, and it did not do that great. We will see. Let's see what happens. But I tell you one thing. Besides the numbers, Anthony Joshua, the pressure is on him to perform. He needs to perform and perform well against Andy Ruiz. If Andy put up the better Andy do, the more exposed it makes Joshua looks to getting beaten by Deontay Wilder. Joshua needs to come out there and make a statement. But guys, it's your boy T. That was Blazing the Sports, guys. I'm going to say this one time. About to get out of here. I've been live for a while, and I'm about to go get my little man. Thank you guys for coming. I know I talked for a very, very, very long time. I appreciate you guys coming in. Probably been over 2 hours. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not. This is your boy T. That was Blazing the Sports. I'm back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. Remember, your opinion matters. You can always say it. I'm out.